Cancer, you may be trying to diffuse a situation while someone else is ready for the battlefield. Being free does not mean that you can't ask for help. It's time to address this. Let's do it. Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you guys so much for joining me here, and welcome to my table. If you're new here, hello, my name is Zachary. It's nice to meet you. If you're returning, it's good to see you guys again. Pull up a chair, my friends. I did save you a seat. So, my Cancer friends and friends of Cancer, it's good to see you guys again. Another round here, another round. I'm excited to get into your message, so let's do it. We do have, all messages are timeless here, but we do have a new moon in your sign, Cancer, coming up here on the 25th of June. So expect some expansion. And with this message, this is already making sense with that energy too. Expect some expansion in your energy, okay? This isn't the time to run away from growth, is what I'm feeling. So the first thing that I was given here in meditation was no one home, no one home. And then I was given this scene. I don't know, when you were kids, you were like this, but parents are gone. Somebody knocks on the door or rings the doorbell, and then you shut all the lights off. Like, oh, we're not home. You can tell because all the lights are off, right? Even though it's obvious that somebody was in there to turn the lights off. So this energy of being a child, being in a place of being afraid, or maybe this is what you were told to do by your parents, was to just pretend you weren't home. Who is it is what came through with that. And connected to the opening, the intro there, I pulled oracle cards after I did the meditation message. So this is making a little bit more sense here. In meditation, there could be somebody in the family. We're trying to diffuse a situation, or we're usually the diffuser. Cancer, you're a lover, you're a nurturer, and people can certainly take advantage of that. The next thing that I was given, is to unclench your jaw. To unclench your jaw. There are words trying to come through. So maybe you're in a situation where maybe you have TMJ, maybe you have tension headaches. I'm not saying that every medical condition is boiling down to this, but what's coming through on this is there is literally a physical behavior of shutting the mouth, of closing the jaw. Something needs to be said, though. You have something to say. Let's move forward. So the next thing, moving into the oracle cards here, 2 came out in the Call of the Morrigan Oracle. This is a new deck that I got here. So first, number 30, Battle. This is where I'm getting, you may be trying to diffuse a situation, but someone else is ready for battle. This is conflict and struggle. I feel like this is here whether or not you want it. Like I said, you may be working to diffuse a situation, but this is not a situation that can just be washed over, glazed over. There's something that you need to say. There's something that you need to stand up for within yourself, with your own sovereignty. Someone needs to sit down is kind of what I'm getting, okay? Not you, but somebody else. I mean, this could be you in this situation. I just don't feel, for the most part, that's what we're talking about. So the other one you got was 9, Lady of Sovereignty. So this is owning the self, confidence, and leadership. A leadership position is something that's standing out with this card here too. So this could be literally job-wise, career-wise. You're opening up a business of your own, taking a position of leadership in that way. Maybe you're already a part of a team of managers or what have you. For most of us, though, I'm getting this energy of we need to get back in the driver's seat. We need to stand up for ourselves. This leadership is understanding, owning, and allowing to play out our sovereignty, owning ourselves, okay? It feels like there has been this behavior of being stuck somewhere, pushed down, kept in a specific kind of position because of somebody else's bullshit, whatever, it happens, but we have to get to a point where we learn to vocalize and speak for ourselves. So the next thing that came through here in the Citadel Oracle, the Runaway. Secrets running from problems. Yes, well, running from problems. This is where I get being free doesn't mean that you can't ask for help. You've been in this place where maybe you have been caged for most of your life or all of your life, and you're finally experiencing more freedom in some way. Something comes along where you need support, as we all do. And there's this experience or feeling of, well, because I'm not in that cage anymore, or at home possibly, I can't ask for help. I'm free. I can't, you find that the world is too expansive or too difficult to deal with on your own, which it is. We're not designed to do that alone. You may be in a place here where you feel like you can't ask for help. So I'm getting so far from this situation that there is some sort of conflict with another person very specifically. And there's a need for you to set a boundary, or to possibly even cut somebody out of your life because you've had it. They've had enough chances or whatever. Maybe they've been breaking your boundaries. But there's this fear as you're getting closer to this place of releasing that, where you're realizing, oh my gosh, this is a big, scary world out here. And what am I going to do if I can't ask for help? Well, this person in particular, whoever this message is for, you don't need their help. Okay. You don't need it. I was given not a new symbol here, but I was shown a symbol that I channeled here for Scorpio a while ago. So I'm going to show the camera here and give you instructions on how to use this. It's called It's Time to Start Again. It's a pretty simple one, so you can pause it and draw this out if you'd like. It's time to start again. So the instructions of this, you can put this anywhere you're going to see it daily. I like to put it by my bedside table first thing in the morning. You're going to rotate this. So draw it on a piece of paper. You're going to rotate this daily until your footing is sure, is the way that came through. It is to reset and refresh stagnating energy that is holding us back. So perfect, along the lines of this message here, it feels very much like we're on a growth edge, on a precipice here to take things to the next level, start the next chapter of our life, whatever. And there's something hanging on in the way of fear here. It's safe to take this leap, okay? Let's get into this a little bit further. So, Wild Unknown Animal Oracle deck here for you, Cancer. Can we talk about general energy? Oh, this one? This one too? Okay. Okay. They didn't show me the bottom one. You're right. Well, Nightingale here at the bottom. This is the voice. It can be singing and music specifically, but it's connecting the heart to the voice. It's saying something. So yes, this is very much the theme here. Something, boundary needs to be set. A turd needs to be cut off. I don't know. Okay. Frog and Lion come through as your general to start. So with the frog to start, you can relate to this being a water sign, Cancer. The frog is born in the water. It moves to the land. It always needs to return to the water, though. This symbolizes a need for emotional tending, okay? Revivifying our emotions, going back to the water to cleanse our emotional state. So baths, bodies of water, whatever, making ceremony out of bath time, okay? To recharge your emotions. The lion, this is knowing when to act and knowing when to rest. What I get from this, as we get further into this message here, with this situation with a person here, this is exhausting. I don't feel like this is a new situation where there's been issues with this person. This person is probably family, parent mostly, and this is why this is so difficult to do something about. I feel if this message is for you, you're somebody who does keep the peace. When the pressure gets too high, you're the one who concedes. And I feel like in this regard to start, there's a need to cleanse and revivify our emotional experience so that we have the energy to approach the attack, so to speak, here with the lion. They are conserving their energy so that they can use it in the ways that they need to when they need to. So what is blocked here, please, for Cancer at this time? What is blocked? The oyster, gosh, yeah. Okay. So oyster here is your blocked energy. Very Cancerian energy, especially when you're hurt or pushed, okay, to go back into the shell. Such a beautiful, soft, nurturing, loving energy that you possess. But when people hurt us, I'm a Cancer Venus, when people hurt us, we tend to shut down. The walls go up here. There's something very, very beautiful in the way of pearl, right? I felt drawn to wear my pearl earring here today. There's a pearl, and you want to share this with the world. You deserve to share this, to express this component of yourself. But this situation, it feels very much like a person, is making it difficult to feel comfortable to open up. To be clear, I don't feel like this is a comfortable process. Whoever this person is, or whoever this person thinks they are, you're going to need to push back a little bit, is what I feel. This is not just going to go away on its own, and you deserve so much more than that. Okay. What does Cancer need? What does Cancer need at this time? God. Perfect. The black egg comes through. This is the throat chakra. Say what you need to say. Okay. You have something you need to say. You need to say it. If you're not aware of what this is that you need to say, it's important to take the time, the line standing out here, to take the time to figure out what your emotions are telling you, so that you can verbalize it to whomever needs to hear it. Do not be afraid of the battle, okay? This feels like something that this person has been kind of egging towards for a while, or that's just their MO. They're just kind of a dick. It is not your responsibility to take that crap, to pick up somebody else's slack, no matter who they are, okay? Let's move forward here. Where do we want to go? You want one of these. All right, Rose Oracle, and then we'll get into the tarot here. For Cancer, please. What else regarding this message, please, for Cancer? Okay. The Wastelands. Sustainability, slow down, and tend to your garden. That lion and frog energy is really standing out to me here. So needing to recharge ourselves is very important here. Before going into battle, right, in quotes here, before going into battle, saying what you need to say, make sure that you are in as healthy of a place as you possibly can be. Especially if this is someone like a parent who is very, very good about, if they're a narcissist or just a sociopath or just laden with trauma and doesn't know any better. Not that that makes it okay, right? They're used to having the upper hand here because they are in a position of authority or power in some ways, what I feel. That leadership is standing out again here, like turning the tables. You're working to turn the tables here. Okay. Turtly. All right. So where do we want to go tarot-wise? All right. We'll start with a This May Hurt deck. So we do 2 decks here for the signs. For Cancer, please. What do we have going on? We're going to look at the world here, the split to start. Major ending. Okay. Something coming to a close. You are ascending to another level here because you're overcoming something that's been holding you back for a while. Not allowing this person to speak into your life anymore. So we're looking at hopes here. Hopes and dreams for Cancer. Hopes and dreams. Ace of Cups. Interesting. So it's your hopes and dreams here with the Ace of Cups. A new relationship, a fresh start, like clearing the slate, so to speak. I do feel like for some of you, there could be a chance to keep this relationship, but something needs to change. I feel that there is a distinct lack of respect for who you are, especially if this is a parent-child relationship. We tend to kind of just fit into our role or slip into our role when we're around certain dynamics. This could be a new relationship, literal new person coming in. This is a new opportunity, though, to connect emotionally and spiritually. Okay, let's move forward. Moving on up. Let's do the Curious Travels for your second one. Your second deck here for Cancer, please. What do we have going on for Cancer? We'll look at your fear aversion. Knight of Cups here. This could be, this could be a partner too, you guys, where you're having difficulty conceding to. All right. I'm not encouraging fighting. The battlefield here to me, though, is just where we are being called to show up for ourselves, to remind people that we are free people. Ain't nobody owns us, okay? So don't let yourself be owned, no matter who that is. What do we have here for Cancer, please? Seven of Pentacles here is your fear aversion. I feel like this has been going on for a while, whatever the situation is here. Patience is a part of the Seven of Pentacles. It's a need to hone your skills. As I'm talking about being caged here, the runaway, experiencing being caged for most of our life. The gate is now open. The door's open. We find ourselves free. We maybe find ourselves overwhelmed with how large the world is. And we recognize that maybe we need to call on others for support. You may feel inclined to even call on this person specifically. Whether or not that's a good idea, I think depends on the situation and how good you are at establishing or holding boundaries. Okay. A need to hone skills, though. And the fear here is that maybe you don't have the tools that you need to make this happen. You have a heart. You have a voice. This is what you need right now. This is all that you need. Okay, let's get into it. General around this to start. The Fool. Yes, okay. The Fool. 1551 on the timer as well. This is starting a new journey, having courage and faith that you will be okay. To take the leap of faith here. I do feel like for some of us, this is a partner. This dog here can symbolize companionship. We have a companion here. Maybe this is a dominating partner, parent or partner, somebody at work, even potentially too. I know that in a work situation, it might be a little bit trickier if there is like a manager or something. At the same time, say what you need to fucking say. We're all spinning around here on this godforsaken rock that we call Earth. And we're facing the same shit, whether we speak our truth or not. I understand, especially I feel this like with speaking that, it is so important. If we want a different future or better future, there are changes that need to be made. And there is this illusion that has been cast upon us for quite some time that it is very easy to control us because we're allowing that. So let's make the decision to stop that crap. There's way more power in the masses, as there always have been, than anybody that considers themselves to be elite. And that goes from your manager at work to Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. Okay? Remember that you are sovereign. You own yourself. Nobody else owns you. And speak from that place. Trust that, okay? What else here, please, in the general? Six of Swords. Yes, okay. So, transition. There is a transition that you're going through here. Choppy waters to somewhere much more peaceful. Let's say that this is a work situation. I'm not encouraging to start, a big issue. But if someone's like been poking you for a while or treating you even abusively, put an end to that. Put an end to it. I know that things are hard right now with work and money in general. We have got to come back to our space of sovereignty. If any of this is to change, we have to change. Okay? Be brave. Be brave, Cancer. You're being guided here, though. You're being led to make this transition. And there is a cost for this transition. I feel like the cost here is maybe facing a little bit of fear. It's okay to be afraid. What isn't okay is to let that fear paralyze us or to not do anything about it. It's important to take courage, to have strength, to be brave, to take that leap of faith. You will be caught. You will be caught here. You can't be caught if you don't move, though. That's just like grabbing somebody at that point, right? You have to make the leap of faith first. Okay, let's look at your good stuff, Cancer. What do you have that's good at this time or coming forward? Nine of Pentacles. So I don't feel anything moving super quickly here. This is, it makes a little bit more sense here with the Seven of Pentacles being your fear aversion. There is something that's been planted. Whether this is career, a hobby, you're working to manifest something, a relationship. This could even be a discussion, an approach to somebody that this person you've been wanting to do for quite some time. The Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady. They're making a plan. They know the end goal. They take the steps every day to get to their goal. There is an encouragement here to also get moving. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. So when you take action here, the plan remains on track, is what I'm getting. The fear with the Seven of Pentacles here is that whatever it is you've planted, or whatever it is you feel is growing, you can't see yet. So the concern is it real? Is it happening? Yes, it is happening. Trust yourself, okay? Trust yourself. Five of Cups here too comes in to clarify the Knight of Pentacles. This is regret, disappointment, doubt is something that's coming through here too. Being in the good stuff, getting back on track here, allowing yourself to take action on something also allows you to move from the spilled cups here where you feel disappointed to the 2 cups behind you where there is connection that's available. So if this is a partner, I'm not saying like dump that dummy and someone's coming around the very next day. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if that is the case and you need to leave a relationship, do not keep yourself in a situation where your value and worth is being diminished for the sake of perceived safety. Okay? That's what I'm getting from this. Anything else here on the good stuff here for Cancer? So freeing yourself from something that like a dark cloud is what I'm feeling with that. A narcissistic parent, a partner, sibling. For someone here, I do feel like that's the case. You're trying to get out of an abusive type relationship. Rest. Listen to your body mentally and physically unwind. So this could be a need to slow down too with the Knight of Pentacles. You need a rest. You're receiving a rest here, a chance to recharge. This could be in the form of this person being extricated from your life, somebody who's causing pain or distress. I feel like I want one of these here too. What else here on the good stuff for Cancer, please? Cain, pay attention to your health. So improvements towards your health here. Whale, great worry over nothing. I feel like this is connected to your health. The worry part is seeing this bridge, like bridge jumping or cliff jumping. The longer we stay there waiting to make this leap, to jump from the cliff face here, the more afraid we become. 22 on the timer. The more difficult it becomes to take this leap. Camel also came out here. Persevere and you will overcome problems. Slow and steady, like the Knight of Pentacles. And Boot, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. When you speak, when you unclench your jaw, you receive what it is you're asking for, is what I'm getting, okay? Be brave. Be brave. You can do it. So I want to look at what we don't see coming, what might be just on the edges of our consciousness or what we can perceive, what may be hidden in the dark. 7 of Wands. So this battle, this is a very like battle kind of card. It's maintaining our position, playing King of the Hill, maybe digging our heels in. This, I do feel we are maintaining our position. We're defending. I said what I said and I meant what I said. Okay. What we don't see coming is there's definitely going to be challenge to speaking our truth, as there usually is. People don't just like lay down and take it, unless I guess we're in this situation, right, Cancer? We're done being the ones to lay down here and take it. The intention is to not cause pain or harm others. The intention is to get the bullshit out of our home. And I feel this happening between the new moon and the full moon. So the next 2.5, 3 weeks here, expect a situation where you will need to speak your piece to this person, and they're probably going to fight back. Plan for that. Okay, just plan for that. What else here, please, and what we don't see coming? Ooh, 6 of Cups. For some of us, this could be someone from the past that's coming back. Maybe you did already leave, or you already set a boundary. This is a narcissist, especially. They're very good about cycling through their supply. They'll hit one person up until they can't get anything more from that, and then they'll move on down the line. Kind of feels like your number's up here in this instance. This is childhood too, an inner child, a gift from the past. Ooh. Ooh, that's cool. Okay. I'm seeing like this looks like a kind of the Dark Phoenix from X-Men, like a component of who you were as a child, which is a part of who you are, coming back online because you are standing up for yourself in this way and defending your position. And I'm not saying being defensive. What we're speaking here is not a dialogue, it is a dictation. That's what this feels like. This is not a discussion. It was never a question. I'm telling you how it is, kind of thing. Okay. In doing so and choosing yourself in that way, there's something from your inner child in the past that's coming back online. Divine counterpart. Ooh, a divine connection sent to you from your angels. 6 of Cups can symbolize love as well. So if this is a partner, like I said, you may need to deal with, or you're single and there's just somebody else you need to create boundaries with here. In doing so, in honoring your own sacred space and your sovereignty, if you're looking for romance in this way, there is a divine counterpart that's coming forward as well. Jupiter is now in Cancer as well as in your sign. So for the next year, expect expansion in your sign. Love, money, whatever. Okay. Okay. Let's look at your challenge at this time, Cancer. 9 of Wands. Okay. You're tired. This is the wounded warrior. This is the reason why something needs to be said. A boundary needs to be set. You cannot just continue to give from an empty well. And even if this isn't something where somebody is like got it out for you, this could just be this person is not aware that they are being parasitic or an energy vampire. Okay. Not everybody is doing that intentionally. Some people are just not aware that they have really bad habits. So for some of us, I feel like that's the case. This and 9 of Wands here too with the 7 of Wands. This is to hold your position as well. This is defending what you are building is worth it. You. So the difficulty right now is seeing that. I feel like the second that you push back on something, you're going to receive pushback. Like I said, be ready for that and be ready to push a little bit harder. Like I said, what you need to say here, this is not a question. This is not even a conversation. It is a dictation. You will either accept it or you won't, which will dictate whether or not you stay in my life. Okay. You see what I'm saying? That's how I feel. That's how I feel that it is that way. 4 of Swords comes through here too with the 9 of Wands. So this is rest, being able to heal the heart. Whoever this person is, them having a presence in your life is making it difficult for you to truly heal. You're licking your wounds rather than truly healing because maybe you do need space. Maybe you need actual time between you and this person here to heal. If this is a parent or a partner, you know what I mean? Especially if there's something very traumatic that's happened over the years, we need space away from our traumatizers. You can't just continue to be in that energy and expect to heal. We need to be away from it until we're okay. Okay? This is difficult because I feel like there's a lot of pressure, Cancer. You're beautiful. What a beautiful, nurturing energy, like I said. Who doesn't want to be around that? Who doesn't want to have that energy directed towards them? Especially narcissists. Okay? This is an opportunity here for you to take a stand for yourself. Divine timing, everything has a higher purpose, and moving on, endings that bring healthy beginnings. Okay? I do feel some trepidation, some anxiety surrounding this situation, but it will be okay, I promise. Unclench your jaw, allow yourself to speak. That's all you're being asked to do right now. I do want to pull a Medicine Heart Oracle here to close this out. And then I will say ta-ta, Cancer. Okay, what do we have here for Cancer? Last message, please. Which one? Top. Honor Alegua at the southeast. So, as you honor the spiritual crossroads before you and make your choice, you also open the gateway to a new permutation of your path. Invoke your foresight and your insight, but let go of trying to predict the unpredictable. Let your decision feel true for you whilst alleviating pressure for perfection by affirming that every choice leads the soul closer to to destiny in fortuitous ways. I feel that's solidifying what I just said there. Your job here is to unclench your jaw and let what needs to come out come out. Have faith or trust in that process, that is exactly what you need to do for yourself. You don't need to see perfectly into the future to make this decision. Choose you. That's the decision you're making here. Okay. All right, Cancer, I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope this message is helpful. I do have personal readings open and available for now. I am probably going to be closing them here soon for a period of time, just so that I can have some days off myself. I love being able to help everybody. It is getting rather busy. So if you're looking for a reading or need some help with that right now would be the time, okay, to check that out. I do have mentorship available as well if you want some help a little bit more individually, more specifically what you're going through. Links are in the description of the video as well as pinned comment. I have my PayPal down there too for donations. Also, super thanks is great, you guys. Thank you so much to those who do support the channel in that way. I truly, truly appreciate it. So I love you. Please take care of yourselves, Cancer, and I'll see you all very soon. Be well.